Yeah, I had bought a street bike, and my wife at the time and I were riding down in, a little bit south of Fredericksburg. Not Fredericksburg, pardon me, Harrisonburg. And just a street ride one weekend, and I saw this place that said Jousting Hall of Fame. I'm like, what the crap is a Jousting Hall of Fame? So we pulled in to Natural Chimneys Regional Park at the time and thought, man, this is really cool. We were looking for a place to stage the dual sport out of because we'd used up the little campground in Fort Valley. And I thought, this is really neat. So when I got home that afternoon, I called Don Kirkpatrick and said, get out your quad maps, look around, see what's in this area, because if we can find some trails, I bet you we could stage out of this park. Because I'd asked the park manager when I was there, and he said, oh yeah, late in the year like that, we'd love to have you. We'll rent you the whole place for next to nothing. So, okay, that sounds good. So Don started looking at the trails, and next weekend we took the dirt bikes and went out and started riding, and that became the Shenandoah 500. I think the best thing about the park was it was close. We had some local people that we supported, the fire department and all would give them money for lunches and stuff. And on top of that, you'd come after a nice day's ride and it was hot showers. What a marvelous addition to a ride. It's incredible. We've been there years when it would snow. We've been there in the hot, 100-degree days. And no matter what, a shower felt good. I think we had close to 150. I mean, because it was an AMA national, so it got some press in the AMA magazine. It was when the dual sport thing was just starting. People were starting to get excited about dual sport riding, and we weren't real fussy about the bikes at the time. They were semi-legal, enduro legal, and we let them ride. And I think we had about 120, 150, something like that. It was a good turnout. And then the next year it went up and up and up, and I guess at one point we were up around 300. Yeah, I think in the old days we actually gave them a route sheet, and we didn't have any way to print route sheets, so I had an old computer printer, one of those line printers, and rigged it up so I could run adding machine tape through it to print the roll chart things. And I would start about a week and a half in advance and make this giant pile of paper on the floor and then cut them into roll charts and send them to the people. We had a lot of fun. I loved it. Oh yeah, we always tried to find someone that would do lunches for us, things like that, partner up with the local fire department. Primarily it was the volunteer fire department people. Partnered up with a couple of church groups that would help us with meals. It really helps the community to understand what we are. That riders aren't just animals. We're people out there having fun. And, it could be a doctor, a lawyer, it could be a state senator for that matter. And when you put gear on, you all look the same. And I think that was important. Well, we had, back then, with the first couple of events, we didn't do a tech inspection or anything. We'd let people just come and ride. And we found out that most of the people didn't even know about putting air in their tires. And with the rocks out there, it was just a constant mess of flat tires, and the course marshals were always working. In fact, the first couple of years I rode as a course marshal, I had an old Yamaha XT600, a tank. And I put a 12-volt air compressor on the back of it so I could fill tires as I rode around, because I got tired of using the CO2 cartridges. I'll give you an idea, we do 14 to 20 tires a day.